Right, overtake this car. Let's go for it. I'm going to try and do a video of 5 things I hate about the Yamaha Mt09, and also I think it'll be like cosmetic things, not bike specific initially, and then I'll do some bike specific ones for anyone looking to buy a Yamaha Mt09, because I suppose that's more helpful. It's just I've got some changes that I'm looking to make, and I thought you would probably like to see the process of me noting what I want to change, the reason why, and how to do it. Yeah, so this is all the HS2 on the left and right that they're building, cutting straight through Kenilworth, through Stoneleigh, but apparently, which I found out earlier based on my route. Been doing it for many, many years, but I do like fresh tarmac, which is what it gives us. I need to try and do more angles when I'm out riding to keep you guys interested, because apparently at the minute the average person has about a 3-second attention span, so they recommend cutting a shot every 3-ish seconds, which I think is insane, because imagine me talking right now, you're going all around the bike like click, 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 multiple different angles, which I suppose would keep me interested because dopamine, but imagine me having to do all them angles. I'd need like a whole camera crew, basically like 16 cameras on the bike to keep switching across to it. So for now, I hope this is suitable, and I hope it keeps you guys entertained. So we will hit a few bypasses, like 40s, 60s. I just hate that wind noise. Again, probably gives you a hint at one of the improvements I'm looking to make on the bike. Oh, she looks miserable. Bet if I rev, she'll be angry. She didn't even look. How could you not look? I'll probably jump. Practice what we preach. Let's go into the left lane. Also, these AliExpress mirrors are really smashing it. Like, every time you look at them, they're in a different location, and you can't see anything behind you, and also you just see your elbows. But at least my elbows look nice on the in the reverse reflection. But on a real, like, I've chose these for fashion over functionality, which is probably a bad move, but I can't stand the big round mirrors that you come on the standard bikes. So there we are. Did consider barring mirrors, but had them before, and they kept like coming loose and rotating with the throttle and all sorts. I could probably install them better, but you can only go with what kind of you have at the time. And again, AliExpress stuff, so it is what it is. Just cut through the middle of these. Does shift really well though, like really well. But yeah, I don't see how people choose to go on these sort of roads by choice, you know, like when you can hit the country lanes. That's one of the things I miss about back in the day when I used to fight with people that had 125s, is I actually found it a lot more fun, because we'd go to like Somerset, it would take us 3.5 hours, and it would be all the little country lanes, twisties, little towns, villages. You see a lot more, but I guess these days it's just rushing to get to a location, rushing to get back, which is a shame. By the way, if you can't see, I am indicating, genuinely, but these indicators came with the bike. They're meant to be dynamic, but it looks like they literally just flash once at the end. I don't know if it's like a relay issue or something, but yes, they're not good. I've had people beep at me before thinking I've just turned suddenly, when I haven't. They're just genuinely not the best. Like now I'm indicating, but you probably can't see it. Of course, Mr. Mercedes, of course. That's one of my other pet peeves as well, is when you're driving down like a motorway the left lane, you go to overtake and the person in the right lane is just crawling slower than the speed limit, and you have to kind of slow down to let them go by, or speed up. I hope you can actually hear the biking me over this wind. I know I've said it a few times, but it's really bad in this helmet. Might just be that it's an old worn out helmet, it's really bad for me. Oh, the only worry now is if someone comes along and rear ends me. That's genuinely my worst fear on a bike. Like, worst realistic fear. You know, other than the stuff you see on like Final Destination, which just ain't gonna happen. Well, hopefully not anyway. Unless I see any of them rubble lorries. That's cool, that caddy. Looks like it's been burnt out, but it's pretty cool. Do I do it? My exit's right here. Like fins you get, you know, the aero that you get now. Like, I'm very childish like that. Like, I like anything that looks fast. Like, even if it's not fast, it just looks cool. Like the CF motor. Okay, the only thing I don't like that is the air ducts on the front brakes that you get. I don't know if you've ever seen that, even if you know what that bike is or not, but after you, good sir. Brake there straight off a bend tree. Yeah, let's twist again. God, we're waiting for all these cars that are going through these lights. Be annoying just to wait here for no reason whatsoever. Of course, you know when you put your foot down and then the light turns green. Why is that? Oh, so I remember when I was a kid, right, and I did no-handed like this. Too much engine braking. Imagine if that car pulled out and I had no hands on the handle. But anyway, so I did non-handed as a kid. Well, I said to my dad, I was like, I can do non-handed now. Again, a kid. And he said, no you can't, people can't do non-handed. I don't know if he was trolling me or if he genuinely believed it, which is a bit weird. But anyway, I was like, yeah, I can do that. I was like, watch me, I'll do it. So I did it on my bicycle, and the handlebars just jackknifed into my kidneys, and I literally just died on the floor, right, and I was so embarrassed. It was in front of a load of people as well, and then I was genuinely like, no, I really can do no-handed, but I was too terrified at that point to fall again. And then I don't think we ever got to the point of me actually being able to do no-handed. Oh, big bump. Oh! I actually came on the seat then, I don't know if you'll see that. And people say the Yamaha Mt09 suspension is really bad and a bit springy, and I just look like a jack in a box. I've officially found out why they do the rear shock upgrade. Hoping the battery ain't died on the camera, because that's funny. Oh, it's so hard to see with that sun glare. It's nice to have a bank holiday long weekend though as well, because it means you aren't like rushed to get on the bike on a Saturday or Sunday. You can just kind of do it when you've got a bit more days off.